Mars is a planet ready for life. In 20 hours, 6 astronauts will travel to Mars, not to visit, but to live there.
Well, think of E.T. the Extraterrestrial, sort of meets Starman, the old Jeff Bridges movie. Mix that up a little bit with the Romeo and Juliet storyline, and you have the ingredients for the new sci-fi teen romance, The Space Between Us. Now, this is primarily aimed at teens, maybe teen girls, but I think it will have appeal beyond that to families. It's a perfectly fine movie suited for everybody, and it's very entertaining in its own way. It stars Asa Butterfield. He plays Gardner. He's a teenage kid whose only life he knows has been on Mars. He was actually born on Mars. His mother was an astronaut up there on a limited mission for a few years, but just as that was getting underway, turns out she was pregnant, and she gives birth but dies during birth.
Once foster care spits me out, I'm gone. Nobody's ever real, you know?
My best friend isn't even real.
Tell me about it.
That hurts my feelings.
Now, he really is a fan of pop culture, wants to go to Earth, has even one friend on Earth, a teenage girl named Tulsa, played by Britt Robertson. He emails back and forth, Facebooks with her, seems to have no problem Skyping from Mars. I have problems doing this review right here. He can Skype from Mars, no problem. Well, at any rate, he does come down to Earth. He finds a way. They bring him down, and the problem is he tries to find Tulsa, and he goes off on his own. The people in charge of him, including an Elon Musk-style billionaire who sponsored this whole mission to Mars in the first place, played by Gary Oldman, they're constantly chasing after him, trying to keep up with him as he goes on kind of a road trip around America in search of his father. He does hook up with Tulsa, and she joins in the search, and it is really their budding romance that gets this thing going here on this planet.
You're taller than I thought you'd be.
You're meaner than I thought you'd be.
It's also got a little bit of The Fault in Our Stars, because in a way it's kind of doomed. I mean, he cannot really adjust to the Earth's gravity for long before he would die, and that becomes the tension and the plot there in Act 3 of this movie. I did enjoy this movie. It's got a kind of implausible premise. I mean, this kid born on Mars, coming down to Earth, falling in love. It does have all of those elements of E.T., you know, kind of tragic consequences of it all. But it is basically light and entertaining and very well directed by Peter Chelsom, who did a terrific movie called Hector and the Search for Happiness. And he's given it just the right touch, I think, here. For believers, and also for teens, and for families that just want to have a good time at the movies. This one will certainly provide that. It is no Oscar-winning masterpiece, to be sure, but it is something that I think you'll find quite fun. So for The Space Between Us, I say go.
You made me human. And no matter what happens, it was worth it. All of it.